Hello, this is Jetson from Norway, and I will in this, my very first YouTube video, try to show you how you can capture 802.11ax or Wi-Fi 6 OFDMA traffic with the Jetson Nano developer kit. This is the Jetson Nano developer kit with an Intel AX200 card inside. This is a 2 streams Wi-Fi 6 device. I will use 2 of them to generate traffic against a speed test server, and a third one I will turn into sniffing mode and use it as a capturing device. Also have a Samsung S10 with some commercials. This is also a Wi-Fi 6 client. I will use it to generate traffic. And of course, the Cisco 9115 Wi-Fi 6 access point. My network look like this. The AP connected through a switch and managed by a 9800 cloud version wireless LAN controller installed on a VMware workstation. I have 3 devices station I will use to generate traffic against a VLAN Pi and the speed test server on the VLAN Pi. The sniffing Jetson Nano will sniff or capture all the wireless frames between the 3 stations and the AP and send the captured data to my Windows client, which have Wireshark installed. And I will use a sidekick, Echo Sidekick, to visualize the spectrum during my traffic testing. Since the AP is in Flex Connect mode, all the control and management traffic goes through the AP to the controller. The data traffic goes through the AP to the speed test server on the VLAN Pi, and the captured data from the Jetson are sent back to my Windows client. Before we start capturing, let's look at the theory behind OFDMA. Let's start with Downlink OFDMA. When the AP sends traffic down to several stations using OFDMA, the AP uses a multi-user frame. This multi-user frame is subdivided, and each station will have its own resource unit it receives data on. But before the channel is subdivided, the AP sends a physical header. Inside this physical header, the information about which station receives its data on which resource unit is inside a SIG-B field. So let's say station A will receive information in the physical header that its data is in this resource unit. When the API has sent the data down to several clients or station, the station responds with a block acknowledge. The block acknowledge is sent in a trigger-based frame, and the information how the client shall send the information uplink is sent in the downlink data. Because the downlink data, the first MPDU is a basic trigger frame telling the station how it shall send the block acknowledge uplink. That's very short downlink. Uplink is another process. Start with the API sending a basic trigger frame with information on which station shall send their data on which resource unit. The station send their data uplink in a trigger-based frame, and when the API have received the traffic, is sent down a multi-station block acknowledge. This is the theory. So let's try to capture some data. Let's find the Wireshark where I will receive or analyze the traffic. But before we can do this, we have to prepare the sniffer to be a capturing device. We are doing this by doing a SSH connection to the capturing device. Start connection, log in, I have an SSH connection to the capturing device. First, I have to set the NIC in monitor mode, so we can do capturing. I do it by sending this command. Sudo airman ng start name of the wireless card VLAN 0 at channel 116. And this is now I start capturing on the 20 MHz channel number 116. Now the capturing device will start doing sniffing. Go back to the Wireshark. I have to do one thing first because I have done some testing earlier, so I have to let's find the correct command. Yes. Yes, the capturing device is in its default condition and are doing capturing. So let's do from Wireshark, do a SSH remote capture against the Jetson Nano. IP address, and we have to put in the keyword password each and every time and start capturing or receiving data. Here is come nothing. Let's try once more. we're receiving data. I have to clean my screen a little bit. You see, beacon sends almost 10 times each second, and the SSID of my network is Wi-Fi 6. There is no one of our client is associated. First, I will associate each and every client, and I will find the association ID. I am using a display filter where I filter on authentication, association, EAP, and the four-way handshake. So let's start associate the first Jetson Nano. We are looking authentication, association, and the four-way handshake. Let's go into the association response and find the association ID down here in packet detail. This client have association ID number 1. Let's associate Jetson Nano number 2. Start the wireless card. Authentication, association, four-way handshake, association response, and association ID number 2. And of course, the Samsung device. Start wireless card and wait for authentication, association, four-way handshake, and association response with association ID number 3. So I have association ID 1, 2, and 3 in my network. Let's remove the filter and start some speed testing. I will bring up a camera where I will show the spectrum and the capturing data. Not easy to see the capture, but the main thing to look at is the spectrum. First of all, I will start speed testing with two clients. The first Nano and the Samsung. And look at the spectrum from the Sidekick. You can clearly see two different 106 resource units, and there's 152 tones, and you can see how the spectrum changed during a speed test. Now I will try to test on 3 different clients and start the speed test on all 3 of them. So let's see, we can see some 52 tones resource units. At least we have 206 tones resource unit. And I will just start the Samsung once more and see what happened when during speed test. 5 seconds ago we can see 106 and 52 tone resource unit, and now only one client are doing either downloading or uploading test. So let's stop the capture and let's go into the capture and see what we can find. We have 180,000 frames captured. We have a lot of data, control frames, but it's not easy to see what kind of frames we have. So let's look at one of the QoS. This is a frame sent from the speed test server down to my Samsung S10. So select one, go down to the radio tap header, open it, and look into the HE information field. This is information sent from the capturing device to Wireshark with information from the physical header. And you can see this is a single user frame format. So let's make it a column to see what type of frame we have, single user. And if we scroll through the full capture, it's going fast, but we will only see single user information or single user frames. We have some multi-user frames. I think this is the null data packet during the sounding process, but I'm not sure. But the spectrum clearly showed us that it was doing some kind of resource allocation. And are we able to see this kind of behavior in this capture? Yes, we can find. If I have filtered on the basic trigger frame and the multi-station block acknowledge. So let's see if we can find some information based on those two frame types. Let's pick one. At the top, we have a trigger or a basic trigger frame and the block acknowledge. If we look into the block acknowledge and go down to the packet detail information, you can see that this is a multi-station block acknowledge frame. If you go back to my PowerPoint and see basic trigger frame and the block acknowledge, multi-station block acknowledge, and we're not capturing the trigger-based frame with the actual data. But let us look into the basic trigger frame and look at the user information field. This frame have only one user info field. So let's make the association ID as a column. And try to find. This one is a nice one. This trigger frame has 3 user info fields. User info, and user info, where I tell association ID 1, 2, and 3 to send data, and each of those clients shall use into the user info field also the resource allocation. You can also make that as a column. You can see if we basic trigger frame, ask association ID 1, 2, and 3 to send their data uplink in resource unit 53, 39, or 40, or association ID 1 use 106 ton resource unit, association ID 2 use 52, and number 3 use the last 52 tons resource unit. And let's see in the block acknowledge or the multi-station block ack if the station have send data uplink. Into the block acknowledge you can find the association ID. So let's make that a column 2. Did I miss everything now? Let's open the filter 1. I was on some kind of selection. I have an old client, so this kind of stuff goes pretty slow. My client is not so very nice against me now. What have I done? Okay, but we are not able to capture the trigger-based frame or the multi-user frame. So let's go further on and try to capture those frames. We are not capturing the trigger-based frame during uplink OFDMA. We are not capturing multi-user frame during downlink OFDMA. So what do we have to do to make it happen? Tim Higgins from smallnetbuilder.com sent me some information some months ago on how we are able to capture multi-user and trigger-based frame. And we have to send a specific command to the Jetson Nano, where we tell the Jetson Nano to capture specific association ID. Let's find that command. This is a command. It's an echo command, a Linux command, where we and ask the sniffer to capture frames for association ID number 2. And I also have to describe the MAC address of the access point or the BSS ID. So this command will capture all frames, all single user, all frames we are used to, and in addition, multi-user and trigger-based frame for association ID number 2. But when we do this command the first time after the capturing device have booted, we will get a permission denied. To correct the permission, we can use a script with these lines. This is a script I have saved on the Jetson Nano. So I just do a sudo to change the permission, and now I am able to send the command. This is now I'm capturing from my second Jetson Nano. I will actually, for this test, capture the traffic for association ID number 3, which are my Samsung device. I have to select one, and I can only capture from one association ID at each time. So let's try association. Let's try to capture traffic, multi-user or trigger-based traffic from association ID number 3, or which are my Samsung S10. So let's go back to Wireshark. Close my previous capture and start a new one. Try once more. Sorry. Close. Why am I not capturing receiving data? It seems like the unit has stopped capturing out of monitor mode. Let's do a demo. See if this can help the situation. I will stop the video and see what's happened, and will come back when I find out what's happening. Okay, I'm back again. I had to restart Wireshark because I have a scanning process in the background on my client. So I want to capture association ID number 3, which are my Samsung S10. Start the capture, going to SSH remote capture. And here we have data. So let's find this one again and start speed test. Now as we can see, there are some subdividing of the channel. It's actually a very good picture. 106, 52, 52. And we are capturing frames. So one of the nicest picture I have had the last 2 days. Now the speed test is finished, so let's go back to look at the capture. Stop the capture and find some QoS data frames. Select one, into radio tap header, HE information. I found a bit who tells which if it's a trigger-based, multi-user, or a single-user frame, and apply as a column. Now we are lucky because we now see a trigger-based frame and a multi-user frame. The trigger-based frame from the Samsung S10 and the multi-user down to the Samsung S10. And if we look back to the theory again, we remember Downlink OFDMA, physical header, always use a multi-user frame. The first MPDU of the frame is the basic trigger frame, which are telling the client which resource unit it shall use during block acknowledge uplink. And uplink OFDMA, first basic trigger frame, the trigger-based data frame, and the multi-station block acknowledge. And remember, we have told the Jetson Nano to only capture data to and from association ID number 3. So we will only see one of those data. We will not see traffic to the other station during OFDMA. Let's start with uplink OFDMA. First, the AP send a basic trigger frame with where the receiving address is broadcast address. Inside this frame we have user info field, which tells which station shall use which resource unit. And if we look into association ID number 3, it shall use resource unit number 39 or a 52 tones resource unit for sending data uplink. Then the Samsung sends its data in a trigger-based frame uplink, and if we go into the radio tap header for this frame, it's a trigger-based frame, and if you go down in HE number data number 5, you can see it's a send in a 52 tone resource unit with 2 special streams. So here is the data the Samsung has then send uplink in the trigger-based frame. And if we go down to the multi-user frame, the AP starts sending the frame. In the physical header is information which tells association ID number 3 shall receive its data in a particular resource unit, and this information about this is also in the radio tap header. Let's change to it is a multi-user frame, and it's sent in a 106 tone resource unit downlink. And we'll see, first of all, the basic trigger frame, which tell my Samsung SN how it shall send the block acknowledge uplink after receiving its data. Then the data, and after data we should have the block acknowledge, but I'm not find a method for capturing the block acknowledge during downlink OFDMA. So let's go back. We capture the physical header, we capture the data in its resource unit. We are not able to capture the block acknowledge sent in a trigger-based frame. And if you also make a column out of the resource allocation, you can see change which resource unit it's using. Uplink OFDMA with the trigger frame is, in this example, using 52 tone resource unit, while it's downlink OFDMA using 106. Let's see if we can find some changes in that behavior. Oh, I don't think. So this is the method I use in my lab to capture the trigger-based frame and the multi-user frame during OFDMA. It's a lot more to investigate and to get knowledge about, but it's a good start to actually see those frames and learn about Wi-Fi 6. So I think I will end my presentation here, just showing this slide with some links to blogs or places where you can find help. If you want to build or Jetson Nano developer kit, John at hypergeek.net have a blog article on which pieces you need to buy and how you put the device together. Both me, François Verge, and Joel Deniso have several blog articles about Jetson Nano capturing and how to set up the Cisco or VLC and on VMware, SXE, and so on. And at last, I want to send thanks to Tim Higgins from Small Net Builder, who have sent me information on how we are able to capture the multi-user and the trigger-based frame. So I hope it's been informative and it's been a very fun process to do this YouTube video, and maybe I will do one more or some more later. Thank you and goodbye.